My name is Justin Zellers. I work at Vanderbilt Life Flight, and I am a flight paramedic. I've been in the pre-hospital emergency medical world for 20 years, between ERs and ambulances and fire trucks, but I've been with Vanderbilt Life Flight for 8 years. My schooling and training that I've completed for this role includes approximately 3 years in classroom, 9 months of EMT school, 2 years of paramedic school, and then about 3 months of critical care paramedic school, and then multiple other classes, certifications, and that sort of thing. When I come to work for a shift day, when I get to work, I check off my drugs and my medical equipment, check off the blood and the blood products to make sure everything is within temperature and within spec. Then we move out to the helicopter, check off the helicopter to make sure all of our equipment and supplies are in good shape. And then from there, there's other things that we do with some clerical work, like we do some reviews from the previous day's flights to make sure everybody's within their protocol and doing what they're supposed to do. We also have modules and classes that we take. And then we're responsible for responding whenever a patient needs us. If it's responding to a hospital to take a patient to out of a ICU or an ER to another hospital, or if we have to respond to a scene, to a roadway or another landing zone type of area. And then we do that for 12 hours or 24 hours at a time. Other days, I might be responsible for showing up to classes, labs and clinicals and that sort of thing. And we have a different role for that day, where we're a student or we're a teacher, or however that day looks for us. What I love most about my job is it's multifaceted. I like working with the people that I work with. I work with a lot of other professionals that are super smart, super talented and trained. I love my schedule. I have the ability to make my own schedule and work fewer days a week. I love having the ability to fly around in helicopters and airplanes, and just how every day is different, and how every day is like, you just kind of, I have a lot of autonomy, which I appreciate. It's not for everybody, but the ability to operate on my own and not have a supervisor over my shoulder all the time really is a benefit, and one of the things that I like most about this job. The hardest or most important part of this job, it depends on who you ask in this field. Some people would say that working on children or our babies are very hard, or the education and all the things that we have to do to keep all of our certifications are hard, or the schedule with it being 24 hours or whatever, or some of the austere environments that we have to work in. But personally, I believe that the hardest part about this job is just the time away from home is tough, and then also just working on those really sick patients that are really complex, especially children and babies. Those are the ones that, to me, are the hardest parts of the job. For the employability counts traits, in this line of work, I feel like I use all of them. For accountability, I'm accountable to myself to stay fit and to stay healthy and to get enough sleep, and I'm accountable to my partner that they know that I'm showing up correctly for the job, and my employer that they know that they can trust me to do the job in any situation that I might find myself in. With adaptability, just having that ability to kind of take things on the fly, and to easily adapt to new situations or new patient presentations, or there's a change in the patient condition, and being able to adapt and move through that. With communication, it's probably, everybody says it's the most important trait, but in this line of work, they always say that in an emergency, communication is the first thing that breaks down. So having that ability to maintain strong communication with my partner, with the patient, with the pilot, with the med crew, and all those situations that we might find ourselves in is really important. Perseverance, that's a great trait, just to always just try to be moving through a problem and keep going, keep that goal in mind despite what obstacles might come in your way. With problem solving, that might look like if you were responding for a patient that was told, you were told it's going to be this way, and then you arrived at the patient and it's something completely different, or the patient was misdiagnosed at one facility and you are having to work through what's going on with the patient and diagnose a new problem and work through that. And having the ability to do that under stress is hugely important. With critical thinking, that is a great trait to have. Just like if you think about being thousands of feet in the air and having a sick patient and being able to work through whatever's going on with your patient, whatever's going on with what's going on with the pilot or the aircraft. There might be other things that you'd have to look out for, while also maintaining safety and patient care. Teamwork is hugely important. I've worked in ambulances and on fire trucks and in ERs and then in helicopter EMS, and the team is what makes it. And it's a great trait to have, to be able to identify yourself as a part of a team and know your role, and be able to move within that role. And time management, of course, that's a big deal. If you've got a patient that's incredibly sick and a bunch of things need to be done, well, you need to prioritize those things that need to be done first and work through those to take the best care of the patient. The advice and tips that I'd give someone that wants to work in this line of work or this field would be to, of course, get all the basic certifications that you got to have to be eligible. EMT, EMTA, paramedic, critical care paramedic, and then you have to get a lot of this job is, yes, there are certain certifications and licenses that you absolutely have to have, but a lot of the things that make you really valuable is the experience that you have. So my advice to someone to get that experience is to step out of their comfort zone and take those hard jobs and take those hard assignments and make that something that's routine to you, to be comfortable with stepping out of that comfort zone and working through those situations and just seeking out those hard jobs and seeking out those hard tasks, and it will make you incredibly successful and better in this job.